We're going to now take a look at finding the vertex, focus, and directrix without completing the square. So the last video we completed the square, and actually this would be easier to do completing the square, but the directions say don't do that. So we're going to use another method for finding the vertex, and then we'll go from there to find everything else. Determine whether the parabola also opens up or down. That's what we need to do here. So here's what we do know. We know that the x-coordinate of the vertex, you may remember this from an Algebra 2 class, the x-coordinate of the vertex, or Algebra 1, is negative b over 2a. Now that's if the equation is written in this form, right? Right, y equals that. So that's the vertex, right? That's the x of the vertex. Now as soon as we get the x, we could just plug it in to the x position and then get the y. So we're going to do that to find the vertex on this one. So here we go. Y equals 4 times something minus 6 times that something plus 2. That's going to be our x. Let's go ahead and find our x. So x is equal to negative 6 over 2a. Okay? Now, that means that's where I've gotten these right here. Excuse me. I've gotten the a is 4, the b is negative 6, and the c is 2. So negative 6 over 2 times 4. So that's going to give me a positive 6 over 8, and we're going to reduce that to what, 3/4? 3/4. Okay, so we're going to put the 3/4 right here, and we're going to find the y value of our vertex. Well, this is just 4 over 1 times 9 over 16. We're going to have to know fractions, right? You're going to have to not be afraid of fractions, and if you are afraid of them, just go slowly, all right? So here we go. This is going to cancel with this. That's 4. That's 1. So I have 9/4 there. Minus 2 goes in there. Whoops. 2 goes in there twice. 2 goes in there 3 times. So now I have minus 9/2, and then I want to add 2. Well, I really do need a common denominator, so I'm going to go ahead and multiply by 2 and by 2. And I'm going to get that as 4, and that's going to be an 18. I'm going to go ahead and put this over 1 times 2 times 2, excuse me, times 4, times 4. So that's going to be an 8/4. Okay, so here's what we have. Y is equal to, looks like 3/4, 9 minus 18 plus 8, oops, excuse me, negative 1/4. I'm sorry, negative 1/4. 3/4 was our x. Okay, so here's what we have is this. Our vertex is 3/4, negative 1/4. You're going, oh my gosh, it's fractions. Yes, it's fractions, and we're going to be all right with that. Let's take a look. Now I'm going to make my scale really, really large so that I can do these fourths. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go over 3/4 and down a 1/4. Over 3/4, close enough, and down a 1/4. So there's my vertex right there. Over 3/4, down a 1/4, V. Now, what I know is that if I did complete the square, right, we would pull the 4 off to the front, and that's the thing, that's actually the a, right? So that's what we would set equal to 1 over 4p. So let's take a look at what that gives us. 16p is equal to 1. We're doing cross products. P is equal to 1/16. So if that's my p, that's the distance from the vertex to both the focus and the directrix. Now, let's look back at our original problem. This one opens upward, right? So we're knowing that we know that's the answer. If it opens upward, I'm going to go ahead and just give myself a quick little opening here like this. So I know that my focus then has to be right there, a 1/16 above. Now, that's way too tiny for me to be able to draw accurately, but it's a 1/16 above that. And my directrix is a 16th below. So let's get those let's get the equation, excuse me, of the directrix, and let's get the focus. So we know we have to go over 3/4, right? We go over 3/4. Now the question is, if this vertex is at -1/4, I'm wanting to know, well, what's not quite a fourth down? We want a 16th shy of that. A 16th, right? That's how we know what we know. A 16th shy. So it's like we want to take away a 16th. We don't want to get that far. So watch this. We're going to go -1/4 plus a 16th. Right? It's basically subtracting, but the 1/4 is already a negative. So here's what we're going to do: times 4 times 4. So we basically have -4/16 plus 1/16. Now take your time and really understand, process that, and make sure that you understand. That's going to be where the y coordinate is for the focus. Okay? If I add another 16th, you agree that that would be a fourth down, right? That makes more sense if you think about it that way, right? So here's the directrix then. It's going to be y equals. So it's going to be this green dashed line that I've drawn here, and that green dashed line is actually going through not -1/4, but it's going down -1/4 plus another 16th. So now I know that I'm going to take a fourth and then keep going another 16th, so another negative. Okay, so this is going to be 4 and 4, so that's -4/16 plus -1/16, and that's -5/16. So my equation of my directrix is y is equal to -5/16. Excuse me. So there you are. And we used fractions, and we weren't afraid to deal with those. We just have to go slowly. And let's see, make sure that we've answered all the questions. Find the focus, directrix, and the vertex without completing the square, and also determine whether it's opening up or down. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.